Hello everyone. So this side Rahul. Welcome to Learnwizz. I hope you all are doing very well. So today in this video we are going to see the square and square roots. Okay. From basics level to advanced level. So this video belongs to the class 6 to class 10th student who have seen the square and square roots applications in the different chapters. Plus the student who are preparing for some state examination, state competitive examination. Okay, so there also you will see the question based on the square and square roots. Okay, so in this video we will see what is a square, understanding the squares. Okay, what do you mean by the perfect squares? Okay, along with that, what are the square roots, property related to square and square roots. Okay, and also most important, how you can find the square root by the different methods, by the factorization method, by division method. Okay, and also most important, at last we will also see the some real world examples along this videos. Okay, so that you can understand what is the important of a square root. Okay, and most important, you are watching the videos, so please like and subscribe our video so we can also feel motivated. Okay, and please follow our social media handles, like you can see the details is given in the below everywhere, like Facebook, Instagram, x.com. Our name is Learnwizz, so you can follow that one for regular updates of our videos. Okay, and be stay at the till end of the video to learn the amazing tips, tricks, and most important, don't miss that one. Okay, let's start the chapters square and square roots. Okay, and also if you have any suggestion which chapter we can make a next video, please put a comment section so we can work on that. And apart from that, if you have any suggestion, you need any personal guidance, one-to-one classes, just reach us in our Telegram channel. Okay, so our team will connect with you and help you. Okay, so let's now start our chapter square and square roots. First thing in this chapter, you have to understand why we a number do the squares and what is their importance of the roots and the squares in this math different chapter. When you do these like chapters like areas, they also require a square and square roots. You will do the algebra, you require square and square roots. Okay, same way you have to do the trigonometry, you require the square and square root. So this square and square root is very important and crucial for a mathematics from a basics class to advanced class. When you go for any higher study, there also square and square roots are very important. Okay, so we will aiming here to see everything from basics level to advanced level in this mastery videos of square and square roots. Okay, so before understanding, I'm sharing my screen so we can detail see what is a square first. So first one, we will see understanding the squares. So if I will talk about understanding of squares here, understanding squares. Okay, so if a number is multiplied with itself, okay, then that number is called a square, simple way. Okay, like you can say, even if we have a number like a 3 is multiplying itself. Okay, so you will get what? 3 times 3, which means you will get 9. So this one is called 3 square. This one is called 3 square. Okay, so 3 square is how much? 9. So if you can understand, whenever a number will multiply, जब भी कोई नंबर अपने से मल्टीप्लाई होता है, खुद से मल्टीप्लाई होता है, ठीक है, तो हम उसको बोलते हैं स्क्वायर. ठीक है, तो हम इसके डिफिनेशन को क्या बोल सकते हैं? ए स्क्वायर, बेसिकली ए स्क्वायर of a number means multiplying itself. Multiplying the number itself. Okay. So it is called a square. तो अगर दुनिया में कोई भी नंबर है, जैसे हम बात करें 3 का स्क्वायर, आपको 9 मिला. सेम वे अगर हम 4 को मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे, यू कैन सी हियर, सो 4 टाइम्स 4, मतलब 4 खुद से मल्टीप्लाई हो रहा है, यू कैन सी. सो दिस वन यू विल गेट 4 स्क्वायर, so which means 4 square is 16. Same way you can see here 5. 5 will multiplying itself. So you will get what? 5 square. So 5 square is how much? 25. Okay. Now same way आप 6 का भी देख सकते हो. 6 will multiplying itself. So what you will get? 6 square. So 6 square is how much? 36. तो सिंपल आप समझो कि दुनिया में कोई भी नंबर, सपोज हमारा नंबर n है, अगर n खुद से मल्टीप्लाई हो n से, तो व्हाट यू विल गेट? n स्क्वायर. और ये जो n स्क्वायर है, जब हम इसको मल्टीप्लाई करके रिजल्ट प्रोडक्ट निकालेंगे, सो दैट इज कॉल्ड स्क्वायर. होप यू अंडरस्टैंड. सो one thing you have to always remember, from 1 to 20 all the numbers square you have to remember. Okay, so that will help you to calculation will become faster. Okay, now so hope you understand this one. So here one more thing, even if you see squaring of any negative number, like you can say 4, negative 4. Negative 4 is multiplying with negative 4 itself. So you can say negative 4 square, and any negative number square is also got positive. Okay, तो कभी भी कोई भी नंबर नेगेटिव है तो इसको उसका स्क्वायर रिजल्ट क्या निकलेगा? पॉजिटिव निकलेगा. तो यहां पे आप एक चीज मेंशन कर सकते हो इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट में कि स्क्वायरिंग ऑफ नेगेटिव नंबर, स्क्वायर ऑफ a negative number gives positive result. ठीक है, तो ये इस चीज को आप याद रखोगे. तो दुनिया में कभी भी कोई भी नंबर है अगर वो नेगेटिव है तो उसका स्क्वायर पॉजिटिव आएगा. जैसे अगर मैं बात करूं तो लेट्स सी आपके पास 9 है. negative 9 is multiplying with negative 9. So you can see, we can say negative 9 स्क्वायर. तो इसका स्क्वायर आपको कितना आ जाएगा? 81. ठीक है, तो आप देख रहे हो नेगेटिव 9 का स्क्वायर क्या आया? पॉजिटिव 81 आया. ठीक है, तो कोई भी नंबर है तो उसका हमारा स्क्वायर क्या आएगा? 80 पॉजिटिव आएगा. ठीक है, अब हम बात करते हैं स्क्वायर का हम लोग यूज कर सकते हैं और भी हम जगह. एक बेसिक मैं आपको रियल बेस एग्जांपल बता रहा हूं. जैसे अगर आप जैसे लोअर क्लास में हो तो आपके पास कोई भी स्क्वायर है. स्क्वायर, यू नो द शेप. This is a square which all the sides are equal. Okay, this is the shape of a square. ठीक है, तो स्क्वायर का आपको पूछा जाता है व्हाट इज द एरिया ऑफ स्क्वायर. तो एरिया ऑफ स्क्वायर आपको पता है कि एरिया ऑफ स्क्वायर इज इक्वल टू साइड स्क्वायर. ठीक है, तो अगर मान लीजिए हमारे पास ये स्क्वायर, इफ यू सी देयर साइड ऑफ द स्क्वायर इज गिवन सपोज 7 सेंटीमीटर, तो हम डायरेक्टली लिख सकते हैं. सो 7 सेंटीमीटर स्क्वायर. सो यू विल गेट व्हाट? 49 स्क्वायर सेंटीमीटर. ओके, क्लियर. तो यहां पे आप एक एग्जांपल देख सकते हो, रियल बेस एग्जांपल. हम लोग स्क्वायर का यूज करते हैं टू फाइंड द एरियाज. ठीक है, तो अब इसमें आपके डिफरेंट शेप्स ऑफ द एरिया भी निकलेंगे जहां पे आप यूज कर सकते हो. ठीक है, नाउ अब हम बात करते हैं व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय परफेक्ट स्क्वायर. तो सबसे पहले हम लोग बात करते हैं परफेक्ट स्क्वायर्स की. परफेक्ट स्क्वायर, तो होप आपको लास्ट वाला समझ में आ गया होगा. व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय स्क्वायर. नाउ वी विल सी दी परफेक्ट स्क्वायर. तो परफेक्ट एग्जांपल स्क्वायर की हम बात करें, इट इज अ नंबर दैट द स्क्वायर ऑफ एन इंटीजर्स एंड that is a square of any number, perfect integers. Okay, so if I will say here, like you can see 1 square is what? 1. 2 square is what? You can say 4. 3 square you can say 9, and 4 square is you will get 16, and 5 square you will get what? 25, and 6 square you will get what? 36. So this all is a example of perfect square. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पे परफेक्ट स्क्वायर का मतलब है जो कि नंबर का स्क्वायर होके आता है. ठीक है, जो नंबर इज स्क्वायर एंड इंटीजर्स, और उससे हमें जो आता है उसी को हम लोग बोलते हैं परफेक्ट स्क्वायर. इसमें आपके कुछ क्वेश्चन आते हैं, जैसे चेक 144 is perfect square or not? Is perfect square or not? ठीक है, तो आप देखोगे अगर आपके पास टेबल आपको पता है तो 144 is a perfect square of what? 12. So 12 times 12, you will get 12 square, so which is equal to 144. So we can say, hey, 144 is a perfect square of 12. Same way अगर आपके पास like किसी भी नंबर का अगर दिया हुआ है, तो if I will say, hey, check for 625 is a perfect square or not. 625 is perfect square or not. ठीक है, तो यहां पे हम लिख सकते हैं 625। तो आपको याद होगा, अब ये कैसे चेक होता है हम आगे इसके बारे में बात करेंगे। ठीक है, तो 625 इज अ परफेक्ट स्क्वायर ऑफ 25, so 25 is multiplying with 25, you will get 25 square and that is equal to 625. So which means 625 is a perfect square. Hope you understand what is you mean by a perfect square. जब भी कोई भी इंटीजर का हमारा स्क्वायर होता है, so that is called a perfect square. होप यू गेटिंग। सो आप यहाँ पे याद रख सकते हो कुछ नंबर 1 से 20 तक के नंबर का स्क्वायर आप रिमेंबर रख सकते हो। ठीक है, अब बात करते हैं थर्ड टॉपिक, जो कि हम लोग बोलते हैं व्हाट इज स्क्वायर रूट। व्हाट इज स्क्वायर रूट्स। ओके, स्क्वायर रूट्स। ठीक है, तो अब देखो सिंपल चीज, स्क्वायर जैसे एडिशन का अपोजिट क्या होता है, सब्ट्रैक्शन। मल्टीप्लिकेशन का अपोजिट क्या होता है, डिवीजन। सेम वे स्क्वायर का अपोजिट क्या होता है, स्क्वायर रूट। ठीक है, सो स्क्वायर रूट बेसिकली इफ आई विल से it is a number that will gives the values of a square. Okay, so it will be represented by, you can say, the symbol this one. This is a symbol of square roots. Okay, square रूट्स। ओके, जब जहां पे हमारा ऐसा सिंबल है विच मीन्स वी हैव टू फाइंड द स्क्वायर रूट। ठीक है, तो स्क्वायर रूट किसी भी नंबर्स का वैल्यू हमें बताता है वो किस नंबर से मल्टीप्लाई हुआ और वो कितने उसका ओरिजिनल नंबर क्या है। जैसे अगर हम बात करें, सपोज वी हैव अ 16, स्क्वायर रूट ऑफ 16। सो स्क्वायर रूट ऑफ 16 आप देखोगे तो यू कैन सी, आपको ऑलरेडी पता है स्क्वायर रूट ऑफ 16, here it is coming a 4 times 4. Okay, so you can see here you have to check these both are coming in pair. Square roots में हम लोग हमेशा pair में देखते हैं, pair of two number. So which means here 4 times 4 is multiplying, so square root of 16 is equal to a 4. ठीक है, same way if you have like a square root of like 169. ठीक है, तो 169 you have remember that is multiplying by 13 times 13. Okay, so 169 square root is equal to how much, 13. ठीक है, तो आपके जो भी नंबर है पेयर है उसके एक नंबर बाहर निकल जाएंगे, वो उस नंबर के परफेक्ट स्क्वायर, उस नंबर के स्क्वायर रूट्स होंगे। ठीक है, क्लियर। नाउ यहाँ पे हमारे कुछ प्रॉपर्टीज ऑफ स्क्वायर रूट्स होते हैं। ठीक है, तो बेसिकली इस प्रॉपर्टी को हम लोग सबसे पहले देखते हैं, प्रॉपर्टीज ऑफ स्क्वायर रूट्स, स्क्वायर रूट। ठीक है, तो सबसे पहले आप देखो अगर आपके पास कोई भी नंबर है, ठीक है, जैसे स्क्वायर रूट ऑफ a टाइम्स b, ठीक है, दिया हुआ है, सो वी कैन ऑल्सो राइट स्क्वायर रूट ऑफ a टाइम्स b। ठीक है, गॉट इट, स्क्वायर रूट ऑफ a टाइम्स स्क्वायर रूट b। एग्जाम्पल आप इसका देख सकते हो, सपोज यू हैव गिवन दी लाइक 20। तो 20 को आप क्या लिख सकते हो, here 4 times 5, so which means here we can say this one is equal to square root of 4 times square root of 5. Hope you're getting? Now same way if you have suppose a number is given like a 27, ठीक है, तो 27 को हम लोग स्प्लिट कर सकते हैं बेस्ड ऑन फैक्टराइजेशन। सो यू कैन सी हियर, वी कैन से हियर 3 times 9, स्क्वायर रूट ऑफ 3 times 9, सो हम लोग इसको स्प्लिट कर सकते हैं, सो वी कैन से स्क्वायर रूट ऑफ 3 times स्क्वायर रूट ऑफ 9। ठीक है, तो दैट इज योर फर्स्ट प्रॉपर्टी। ठीक है, अब सेकेंड प्रॉपर्टी की बात करते हैं यहाँ पे, तो लेट्स सी सेकेंड प्रॉपर्टी। सो सेकेंड प्रॉपर्टी इट इज सेइंग इफ अ स्क्वायर रूट ऑफ a divided by b या a by b, so we can also say square root of a बाय स्क्वायर रूट ऑफ बी। ठीक है, जैसे आपके पास एक नंबर है, अगर हम बात करें यहाँ पे 27/20, ठीक है, तो आप इसको ऐसे भी लिख सकते हो, रूट स्क्वायर रूट 27 ओवर स्क्वायर रूट 20, ठीक है। सो दैट इज योर सेकेंड प्रॉपर्टी, होप यू गेटिंग। सो सेम वे अगर आपके पास दूसरा क्वेश्चन आप देख लो, जैसे स्क्वायर रूट ऑफ 5 ओवर 6, सो वी कैन ऑल्सो राइट स्क्वायर रूट ऑफ 5 बाय स्क्वायर रूट ऑफ 6, ओके। सो दिस इज योर सेकेंड प्रॉपर्टी, ओके। अगर हम थर्ड प्रॉपर्टी की बात करें, ठीक है, नाउ थर्ड प्रॉपर्टी इट इज सेइंग स्क्वायर रूट of a perfect square is an integer, ठीक है। तो हमारा कभी भी कोई भी परफेक्ट स्क्वायर रहेगा तो वो हमेशा किसी ना किसी इंटीजर का होगा, जैसे रूट 36, so square root of root 36 you will get it is a square root of root 36 is 6, okay, hope you getting now। same way नेक्स्ट वन बोलता है irrational, फोर्थ प्रॉपर्टी irrationality of none perfect square is rational number, none perfect square is irrational number, ओके। तो अगर कोई भी नंबर है, अगर वो परफेक्ट स्क्वायर नहीं है, सो द नंबर विल कंसीडर हैज अ इरेशनल नंबर। जैसे हम बात करें स्क्वायर रूट ऑफ 2, तो स्क्वायर रूट ऑफ 2 व्हाट, नॉट अ perfect square, so square root of 2 is a irrational number। same way square root of 3, so it is also not a perfect square, so you can say square root of 3 is a also irrational number। square root of 5, it is also not have any square, so it is also irrational number, hope you getting now। so these are the four property you have for square roots, okay। now we will see the property of squares, okay। so property of squares, okay। so here same way, first one, as I told you already, any integer number, any integer, whether it is a positive integer, whether it is a negative integer, so a square of any real number is always positive, ठीक है। तो स्क्वायर हमारा किसी भी, चाहे हमारा पॉजिटिव नंबर हो चाहे हमारा नेगेटिव नंबर हो, तो इट इज ऑलवेज विल अ पॉजिटिव स्क्वायर, okay, positive number, okay। so that already we have seen, so square of any real number is always positive number। जैसे you can see example of -5 square, you can say it is a 25 square, you can say -2 over 5, you can say it is a fraction, so their perfect square you will get how much, 4 over 25। so any type of real number, whether it is a positive or negative, their square you will always get a positive number, so that is your first property of squares। now second one, if I will say increasing function, okay, increasing function, coming about increasing function, so it is very interesting thing, simple you can understand, if अगर आपके पास कोई नंबर है, if a is greater than b, अगर हमारा a greater than b है, तो automatically you can say here then a square is also greater than b square, that is your common, okay। same way you can say you have a 5 is greater than 4, so square of 5 is also greater than 4 square, so which means a square of 5 is how much, 25, and a square of 4 you will get 16। तो अगर कोई नंबर हमारा ग्रेटर है, ठीक है, तो उसका स्क्वायर भी उस नंबर का ग्रेटर होगा, ठीक है। सो दैट इज कॉल्ड इंक्रीजिंग फंक्शन, ठीक है। नाउ कमिंग अबाउट द थर्ड प्रॉपर्टी इट इज सेइंग मल्टीप्लिकेशन रूल, ठीक है, मल्टीप्लिकेशन रूल, एंड ये ये जितने भी क्वेश्चन मैं प्रॉपर्टी बता रहा हूँ, इससे ऐसा नहीं है कि आपको डायरेक्ट क्वेश्चन आता है। दिस विल कम इनटू एमसीक्यू या रीजनिंग में या आपके कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जाम में क्वेश्चन आते हैं। सो मेक श्योर कि आपको प्रॉपर्टी याद रहे। तो मल्टीप्लिकेशन रूल हम क्या बोलते हैं? तो मल्टीप्लिकेशन रूल इट इज सेइंग इफ a times b is multiplying and their square, so that means is equal to the a square times b square। ठीक है, जैसे you can see the example, जैसे 3 times 4 whole square, so how much you will get here? So first we can solve the bracket, so 3 times 4 you will get 12 and 12 square you will get how much? 144। ठीक है, same way you can say 3 square times 4 square, so 3 square you will get how much? 9 and 4 square you will get 16, so which means you both 9 times 16 you will get what? 144। तो अगर दो नंबर को अगर हम सेपरेट करके भी स्क्वायर निकालें या दो नंबर के प्रोडक्ट का भी स्क्वायर निकालो, सो रिजल्ट विल गेट सेम। ओके, यू कैन सी वन मोर एग्जांपल, सपोज इफ आई विल से 5 times 3 and their square is coming how much? So you can say 5 times 3 is 15, so 15 square is how much? 225। okay, same times you can say 5 square uh, times 3 square, so 5 square is how much? 25 and 3 square is how much? 9, so you will get how much? 225। so you can say 5 times 3 whole square is equal to 5 square times 3 square। ठीक है, तो दैट इज कॉल्ड मल्टीप्लिकेशन रूल्स ऑफ स्क्वायर। ओके, नाउ कमिंग अबाउट फोर्थ प्रॉपर्टी, अगर हम फोर्थ प्रॉपर्टी की बात करें, सो एडिशन रूल विल नॉट अप्लाई ऑन दिस स्क्वायर। ओके, सो इफ आई विल से एडिशन रूल not apply in square। ओके, सो ये बहुत सारे लोग कंफ्यूज होते हैं, सो मेक श्योर यू कैन अंडरस्टैंड। इफ आई विल से a square plus b square is not equal to a plus b square, a plus b whole square। ठीक है, जैसे यू कैन सी द एग्जाम्पल, यहां पे हम लेते हैं एग्जाम्पल, सपोज यू हैव हियर लाइक यू कैन से 3 square प्लस 4 square, so 3 square plus 4 square, so 3 square आपका कितना आ जाएगा? 9 and 4 square 16, you will get how much? 25। okay, now same way you can say here 3 plus 4 whole square। okay, so 3 plus 4 how much? You will get 7 and 7 square you will get 49। so you can see here simple up, you can see here, so you can say 3 square plus 4 square is not equal to 3 plus 4 whole square। okay, so addition rule is not applied in the square। okay, now coming with any number, so if I will talk about, let's see the fifth property। so before going of fifth property, I will make one table। so if I will say 1 square is, you have 1, 2 square you will get what? 4, 3 square you will get what? 9, 4 square you will get what? 16, 5 square you will get what? 25 and 6 square you will get 36 and 7 square you will get 49, 8 square is equal to 64, 9 square you can see is equal to 81 and 10 square is equal to 100। ठीक है, now same way you can write the other few more number, so 11 square is equal to what? 121, then 12 square you will is equal to what? 144। why I'm writing this one? So to help you to learn some patterns। okay, so same way 13 square is equal to how much? 169। okay, 14 square is equal to how much? 196। 15 square is equal to 225। okay, now next one you have 16 square, 16 square is equal to how much? 256। 17 square is equal to 289, so you can say 18 square is equal to 324, and 19 square is equal to, you have 361, and 20 square is equal to 400. Now, by seeing this pattern, you can see here what I want to express. So we can see here, we can see that a square of a number are always end with the few numbers. Okay, either if you can see a square of a number, a square number are end with 0, 1, 4, 5, 6 or 9. Means if you find any number square, so if at its ones place, if it is a 0, 1, 4, 5, 6 or 9, then we can say it is a chance of a square. Now, if I will at ones place, if we'll have get like suppose 2, 3, 7 or 8, so it is never a perfect square, never a perfect square. Okay, never perfect square. Okay, now example, suppose in the examination it is saying, hey, check 4282 is perfect square or not, is perfect square or not. Okay, so in this one you can see at ones place which number is present, 2 is present. So automatically without doing anything within this 1 second you can say it is not a perfect square, it is not perfect square. Okay, so by remembering not a perfect square. Okay, so you have to understand if a square of any number in this world always end with this only this 7 6 letter. Okay, that is 0, 1, 4, 5, 6 or 9. You can check with this table that 1 square 1, 2 square 4, 3 square 9, 4 square 16, 5 square 5, 6 square 36. So any number you will find their square number will always will carry this 6 number 0, 1, 4, 5, 6, 9. Okay, and if a number at ones place it will coming like 2, 3, 7, 8, so which means automatically you can say it is not a perfect square. So this type of question will important for the competitive level examination. Okay, so they will get such type of the things. Okay, now coming about sixth property. Now it is saying any number having 1 or 9. Okay, so in its ones place. Okay, so their perfect square, their square always end with, so their square always end with 1. Okay, now understand, end with 1. So if you have any number that one's place is 0 or 9, so their square always end with 1. A square of that number is always end with 1. Okay, so you can see here, suppose you have 1 square. 1 square you will see, you will get 1. Now 9 square, you can see you will get what, 81. 11 square, you will see how much you will get, 121. Okay, now same way you can check 19 square. So 19 square you will get 361. Same way 21 square you can get how much, 441. So you can see all this number. So this is all this number here. Their ones place is what, 1 or 9. Okay, so and their square is Ones place is carrying what? 1. Okay, so hope you got it. So this type of question also coming, hey, tell, find the square of 21. Okay, 21 square you have to find. So question is given. Okay, so and you have given the options, like suppose options are given 441, B option is given 450, C option is given 432, and D option is given like 435. Okay, so you can see this 21, ones place is what is present? 1. So I told you any number which ones place will be 1 or 9. So their perfect square will be also ones place is 1 is present. So you can say, oh, automatically A is correct answer. Hope you getting? Now, so based on that, we can find any number which having 1 or 9. So its number square will also end with 1. Okay, hope you get it. Now, let's see seventh property. So if I will say seventh property, it is saying any number which has 6 or 4 in its unit place, in its unit place or ones place. Okay, so its a square number, so its a square number will always end with 6. Okay, now you can see the example here. Suppose here we have taken the number, suppose you can say we have taken the number and here you have there a square of that number. Okay, so you can see here, suppose you have taken a 4 square, you can see how much you are getting, 16. 6 square you getting how much, 36. Okay, so you can see here 16 square, you can see how much you are getting, 256. Okay, now 24 square, you can see you are getting 24 square. 24 square you are getting how much, 576. Now next one, 36 square, you can see you are getting how much, 1296, 1296. You can understand any number which unit place end with 4 or 6. So the square number always end with the 6. Hope you get it. So that is this is your 7th property. Okay. Now coming about our 8th property. Okay, of a square. So it is saying any number which has 0 in its unit place, okay, so it's a square number, so it's a square number have even number of zeros, even number of zeros at the end, okay. So you can understand here, suppose you have a 10. Okay, here you can see I'm writing a number and here it's a square. Okay, so you can see here you have a number is given and number, if I will say 10, so 10 square, 10 having how many 0, 1 0. So 10 square you will get even number 0, which means 100, 2 0. If you have a 50, 50 having how many 0, 1 0. So 50 square you will get how much, 2500, even number of 0. Same way you can see 100 square. So 100 square having 100 is 20. So their square will get even number, which means they are double. So you will get here how much, 10,000. Okay, so now that way we have to understand. Same way you can see 100 150 square. So 150 having 10. So there square you will get how much? 200 to 220 2025, and here you will get 20. So 22,500. So 20 you will getting. So same way you can say 400 square. So there you will get 416. So here 40. Okay, so you can say 0 become getting double, but it should be always a even number. Okay, so these are the some interesting properties of the square. So this property, if I'm not saying to you have to by heart, you have to just remember, so your calculation become faster. Okay, now coming about, so I hope you understand what is a square, what do you mean by a perfect square, what do you mean by the square roots, and also most important, the property of square roots and the square. Okay, so now we will able to see the how we can able to find the square roots. Okay, so let's start. We have a few method to find a square root. So what are the method we can cover in this one? So first method, throughout repeated subtraction. Second one, by a factorization method, and third one by the long division method. Okay, so long division method is one of the most important. If you know that one, you can find any number square root, like even it is a integers or even it is a decimals or fraction, any number you can find there square roots. Okay, so let's start this one. So now our topic is find the square roots. Okay, so find the square root. So first one we are going to go with the through repeated subtraction through, and this is basically for school going kids. Okay, this is means not for a big number you can able to find with this through repeated subtraction. So just for information purpose, I'm helping you here to understand. So this is just through a repeated subtraction. Okay, so by the name you are getting that is a repeated subtraction, means keep we are doing a subtraction. Okay, like remember a square root symbol is a square root symbol. Okay, this is a square root symbol, you can see a square root. Okay, so now here it is saying find the square root of 16. Find the square root of 16 by a repeated method we will try. So simply a square of any number, it is a sum of consecutive odd number. So here we will subtract 16 minus 1. So how much you will get? 15. Okay, now in 15 you can see subtract next consecutive odd number. So next consecutive odd number is what? You have 3, so you will get 12. Now in 12 we will subtract next consecutive odd number, that is a 5. So you will get how much? 7. Now in 7 we will subtract a next consecutive odd number, 7. So you will get 0. So how many times you have done these steps? So you can see we have done the 4 times. Okay, 4 times. So which means square root of 16 is 4. Okay, you can understand a square number, a square number is the sum of consecutive odd number. Consecutive odd number. Odd natural number. Okay, hope you got it. So due to that it will we are using. Same way you can here we can go with the second number. Suppose we have given 36. Okay, now 36 square root we have given. So we will go with the 36. So 36 started with the first odd number. So 1, you will get how much? 35. Now again 36 minus 3, next odd number, you will get how much? 32. Okay, now in 32 you will subtract the next odd number, that is a 5. So you will get how much? 27. Now in 27 you will subtract next odd number, that is 7. So you will get how much? 20. Now in 20 you will subtract the next odd number, that is 9. you will get how much? 11. Now in 11, you can subtract the next consecutive odd number. So you will get 0, which means how many times this step you have done? You can see we have done this is for 6 times. So a square root of 36 is 6. Okay. Same way you have, if this will not come a 0, like suppose if I will say, hey, find the square root of suppose 24. Okay, question. Now here if I will go 24 times 1, you will get how much? 23, and 23 times 3. How much you will get? 20. And 20 times 5. You will get how much? 15. And 15 times you will get next odd number subtraction. You will get 8. And 8 you can say not possible to subtract, so you are not getting here 0, so which means it is not a perfect square. It is not perfect square. Okay, clear? Not perfect square. So this method also you can use to check whether it is a perfect square or not, but it is for like a small number is good, but for a bigger number it is not good. Okay, now coming with our next method, that is called prime factorization method. Okay, second method, that is prime factorization. Okay, this is very important matter, and that will you can also see that is finding a GCF, SCF, LCM. So that's based on that method. So if you have any number is given, so simply we have to do its prime factorization. Suppose let we go with the number that is a find the square root of 784. And here also you can find any bigger number square root. So simply here in the rough, what you can do? You can do the prime factorization. So you can say 784. So you can say it is a once unit place is 4, so it is divisible by 2. So we can go here. So you will get 3 and 1, 9 and 2. Then again you can go with the 2. So because unit place 2, so you can get 1 and 1, 9. 9 and 1, 6. Now again you can go with the 2, unit place is 6. Okay, so you will get how much? 9 and 1, 8, 98. Now again go with 2, so you will get how much? 49. Now it is not now divisible with 2, but 49 you can say coming in 7 table, so 7 times 7, and now 7 times 7, 1. So you can see here we can write all the number in the square root. So you can say 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 and times 7 times 7. So here while you are writing all the factors of a number, we will check their pairs. We will check their pairs. You can see this 2 is coming in pair, this 2 is also coming in pair, and this 2 is also coming in pair. So what are the number in pair that will come outside? So you can say from this square root, what are the number you will come outside? So from this 2 times 2, 1 pair, 1, 2 will come. Same again 2 times 2, 1, 2 is come, and 7 times 7 you will get another 7. So which means this is a square root of 784 is equal to 2 times 2, 4, 4 times 7 you will get 8 is a perfect square of 784. Hope it's clear. Now, so through this way we can able to find any number of a square root. Okay, now if suppose some number will not come in pair, let's see, like suppose we have a square root of 150. We have to find a square root of 150. So same way we will do the prime factorization 150. So 150 you can say 2 times, so you will get 75. Now again you will go with 5 times, so you will get here 1 and 2, 5. Now 15, you can see is divisible by 3, so you will get 5, and 5 is divisible by 5, so 1. So you can write all the number in here, all the factors. So you can say 2 times 3 and times 5 times 5, You can see all the numbers we have written here. So you can see here this 5 are coming in pair, but 2 and 3 is not coming in pair. So we can say it is a square, or a square root of this one is 5 root 6. Okay, so which means it is not a perfect square. So that way we will use this one, and based on that, here some question is asking. Sometimes question is saying, hey, uh, suppose question is saying in 250 which number multiply to get perfect square, square. Okay, so now such type of question is also based on the prime factorization. So first one, you can say, hey, we have to do the prime factorization of 250. Okay, so 250, you can see we can do the prime factorization. So you will get 125. Now again 125, you can say 5. So you will get 25. Now after that, you can say here 5, you can get 5. Now after that 5, we will get 1. You can write all its factors. So 2 times 5 times 5 times 5. Okay, now here you have to look carefully. It is saying by which number we can multiply, so it will get a perfect square. Okay, so here you can see this 2, 5 are in pair, but what are the number in not in pair? So you can say here this 5 and this 2 are not in pair. So to make it pair, मतलब इनको पेयर बनाने के लिए आपको क्या करना पड़ेगा, इस नंबर में अगेन आपको कितने से मल्टीप्लाई करना पड़ेगा, एक 5 से मल्टीप्लाई करना पड़ेगा, एक 2 से मल्टीप्लाई करना पड़ेगा. So you can say if to get a perfect square, to get perfect square of 250, we have to multiply with what? 5 times 2. 5 times 2 is 10. We have to multiply with 10. We have to multiply with 10. Clear? Now, so that type of question you will get, and same you will get a division based question also. So let's see division based question. Suppose you have question is given like 54, 54 divide with which number, divide by which number to get a perfect square, to get perfect square. Okay, so here you can say, so what we will do, again find the 54 prime factorization. So you can say 227. Now you can write 3, you will get 9, and again with 3 you will get 3, so you will get 3, 1. So now you can write its factor. So 2 times 3 times 3 times 3. So you can see in this one, what are the pair is coming? 3 times 3. But you can see this 2 and 3 are unpaired. So if we will remove this 2 and 3, so it will get a perfect square, which means 2 times 3 is getting how much? 6. So if we will divide 54 by 6, so how much you will getting? 9. Okay, so we can say divide with 6, divide with unpaired number. Unpaired number we have to divide. So we can say divide with a 6, get a perfect number, perfect square, to get perfect square. Okay, क्लियर है? तो ऐसे आपके दो टाइप के क्वेश्चन आते हैं. एक पूछे जाते हैं बाय विच नंबर वी विल मल्टीप्लाई और टू गेट अ परफेक्ट स्क्वायर. तो जो भी अनपेयर नंबर है उससे हम मल्टीप्लाई कर देते हैं. दूसरा, by which number we can divide to get a perfect square? The unpaired number we can divide to get a perfect square. Hope you understand this one. Okay, now coming with our next question, next part, that is called division method. We will see the division method. Okay, so division method is one of the most important part of this chapter. Okay, so in division method, it is also called long division method to finding a square root. Okay, some book it is also called long division method. Okay, long division method. Okay, so let's see, we have to find here. So if we have taken any number and there we have to find the long division method. Suppose we have to, suppose we have to find the square root of 50. So you already know square root of 50 is not a perfect square, but we have to find their square root. So how we can find? So you can see we will use here this way. So we can say 50 and here we can add a pair of zeros. Okay, pair of zeros. Okay, now after that we can see here a before 50 which number is coming a perfect square. So before 50 you can see 49 is a square of 7. Okay, so we can say 7 and 7 we will add here also. Okay, so 49 we can subtract, so we can write quotient is 7. Okay, now after that you will get 1 and 0 and here you will add this 2. 7 plus 7 you will get how much? 14. Okay, now after that you have to bring a pair of zeros from the dividend. You have to bring a pair of zero, but when you will bringing a pair of zero you have to put a decimal. So you have to bring here pair of zeros. So now you can see here you are getting 100. So by 100 you can see if we will divide with here you have to add any number. So you will get this is greater than. So you can see it is not possible with the 100. So we will bring another pair of zeros. Okay, so we will put a 0 at the coefficient place and here we will add 0. So how much you will get here? So you will get 140. Okay, now here you will get this one is your 10,000. Okay, now here you have to add such number that can be multiplied with same number. Okay, suppose we will add here 9. Okay, so you can see here 1409 and multiply with 9. So how much you will getting? 9 times 9 you will get 81. So 8 and 80. Now 9 times, so 9 8 you will get carry. Now 9 times 0 0 plus 8 8. Now 9 times 4 you will get 36. 36 carry 3 and 9 times 9 you will get 9 plus 12 you will get 12. Now you can see it is coming more than 10,000. So we cannot consider. So we can take another number. Suppose here we will take another number. Suppose we will say 1408. Okay. So you can again multiply with 8. So how much you will get here? 8 times 8 64 and carry 6. Now again 8 times 0 you will get 0 plus 6 you will get 14. Carry 1. Now 8 times 4 32 plus 1 33. 3 you will and 3 will carry. So now 8 times 1 8 plus 3 we will get 11. Now you can see this is coming 11,344. So it is also coming greater than. So you can try with the 7. Okay, so 1407. So you can try with the 7. So how much you will get here? 7 times 7 you will get 49. Carry 4 and 7 times 0 0 plus 4. So you can write 49 4. Now 7 times 4 you will get 28. Carry 2. Now 7 times 1 you will get 7 plus 2 9. So you can see it is coming 9,849. So we will write here 7 and here also we can write in this place 7 and 7 will add here also. Now after that what is your product will get multiplying, so that you can write 9849. So you can subtract and here you can add. So you will get how much? 1414, and here after subtraction you will get how much? So you will get 1, and 9 minus 4 you will get 5, and here 9 minus 8 1, and 9 minus 9 0. So which means a square root, we are going with the one division right now, so a square root of 50 you will get here a square root of 50 you will get here 7.07. Okay, let's see, we can square root of 6 we have to find. Okay, I will telling you the a small number, so you will get clear. So same way we can write here 6. Okay, and before 6 any number coming a perfect square, so you are getting a perfect square of 2, so we can write here 2 at quotient, and 2 will add here also in divisor, so you will here subtract 2, so you will get here 4, and here you will get 2. Now again from you have to always bring a pair of zeros. Okay, so now you are bringing a pair of 0, so you have to put a decimals in a quotient place, so you will get 00. Now here you have to bring a put a such number so that you will multiply, so you will get less than 200 or equal to 200. Suppose if I will put here 4, so you can see 4 times 4 you will get 16, and 4 times 4 17. Now you can try with the 5 also, 45 times 5, so you will get 25, and carry 2, you can see 5 times 4 20, so 225 is coming, so which means it is greater than 200, so we will take a 4 here, and again you can write quotient place 4, so after that you can add 4 here also. Okay, so here you can subtract 176, and here you will add 4 in 44, so how much you will get here? 48. Okay, none. After that subtract here, so you will get here 4, 10 minus 6 4, 9 minus 7 we will get 2, and 1 minus 1 0. If you want to go with further decimal place, so you can again bring a 0, so now here you have to again in 48 you can see we have to go with the 5, so we can say 5 times multiply, so 5 times 5 25, carry 2, 5 times 8 you will get 40 plus 2, so how much you will get? 42, and carry 4, so 5 times 4 you will get 20 plus 24. Okay, so you can see it is coming greater than 2400, so we cannot consider 5, so we can go with the 4, so we can try with the 4 here, so 4 times 4 you will get 16, carry 1, so 4 times 8 you will get how much? 32, 32 plus 1 33, carry 3, now 4 times 4 16, 16 plus 3 19, you can go with the 19, 1936, so you can add here 4, and 4 you can add here, and here you can write in dividend 1936, and quotient place we can write 4, so you can add here further, so you will get this one 8, and this one's 8 488, and here you can subtract, so you will get 10 minus 6 4, and 9 minus 3 you will get 6, and 3 you can borrow 1, so you will get 13, 13 minus 9 you will get 4, and here you will get 0. So you can say square root of root 6 is 2.44. Okay, hope you understand this much. Okay, so this way we can find any number a square root. Okay, if you want any specific number you can just put a comment section, so we can help you. Okay, now we can see the advanced application of square roots. Okay, so advanced, if I will say advanced application of the square roots, which are the chapter we can use and how we can use. Okay, so just see. Okay, so if I will talk about first chapter where we are using, it is in the quadratic equation. Okay, quadratic equation to solving the quadratic equation formulas. Okay, so you can detail about that. You can check my quadratic equation chapters video. So there I have already solved this one. Suppose I'm giving an example. Suppose you will getting in a quadratic equation degree of polynomial is 2. Suppose x square, you will get 64. Okay, so you know a square root is the inverse of a square. So their inverse will come how much? X square. So a square root of 64. So where you will get x is equal to plus minus 8. Okay. Now same way second chapter that you have a distance formula. Okay. So distance formula you will have in the physics also and math also. Okay. So distance formula you have seen a distance equation. Like suppose if I will say here a is a point where x1, y1, okay, and B is a point that is x2, comma y2, okay. So their distance we are using this square root formula. So AV distance we have to find x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square, okay, y1 whole square. So there also you can use a distance formula. Next one you have third one important like compound interest to calculate a compound interest. Okay, compound interest. Okay, so compound interest also you know that amount is calculating formula is P into 1 plus R by N. Okay, that is equal to NT. So if suppose your rate is given to means time is given to, so there you can use the compound interest as a this formula. Same with you can see the engineering also you have like suppose you are going with the civil engineering like a structure integral calculations. There also you can use this one for the calculation of a square root. So fourth one you can say engineering purpose, architectures and engineering purpose. Okay, architectures and engineering. Engineering student can able to also see this one formulas. Okay, like to structure integral calculations, they have used the square roots. Okay, now fifth one like a medical student like a medicine or anyone medical is learning, so they can also see two doctors are used to like to calculate a square root of a body surface area BSA. Okay, body surface area, so they can find out how much drugs doses is required for a patients, so they can use this one square roots also. Okay, so hope you understand all this thing. I have covered the all the details about this chapter from basics to advanced level. Okay, now coming about I'm giving a very simple question here. That is MCQ question, so you can just solve and give the comment section. Okay, so MCQ question, and simple, very simple question. So which of the following, which of the following is a perfect square, is perfect square number? Square number. Okay, so simple. So I'm giving options are here 1067. Okay, second one you have a 7828, and option C you have a 4333, and option D is you have a 6625. Okay, so you can check find out the perfect square and give the answer in the comment section A, B, C, D. The person who will give the correct answer, okay, so I will give the heart to their answer, so everyone can understand it is a perfect answer. Okay, and make sure you can subscribe this channel and also stay tuned with our social media handles. Okay, so you will get a regular updates of our videos. Okay, clear? And also follow our all the social media. Okay, kindly request to follow our all the social media handles, that is by the name of Learnwizz, and also share this video with your friends, a student who are preparing for school examination, ongoing school student, as well as the preparing for some competitive examination, so it will help them. And kindly request, humble request, to follow and subscribe our channel. Okay, so till now, bye and see you in the next video. Okay, so have a good day.